Yo, what's up, guys? This is Enigmaze here, and today I just wanted to go over a little bit of a deck that I made in Elder Scrolls Legends that's been working pretty well for me, so I thought you might want to give it a try out. Pretty consistent with it. This deck here is called Lethal Barrage. So as the name indicates, basically, the idea is to just bombard your opponent with lethal minions to take care of the big threats. Basically, you save your lethal minions to eliminate those annoying guard creatures or the massive creatures that will just literally end the game if you don't deal with it. So to that effect, we are an agility and endurance deck. Good combo. We've got two deadly druggers. These are great for turn 1. You put these in the shadow lane, and then the next turn, whatever your opponent throws out, you can just deal with it. And then sometimes you have a creature that you want to play, and you have an opposing creature on the opposite lane that you really need to get rid of, but you can't. So, we have Daedric Daggers, 2 of them for that effect. Actually, apparently it looks like we have 3. We have 2 normal ones and 1 Prismatic, or foil. Sorry, Prismatic is Duelist, and this is not Duelist. But you should play Duelist. So what I really like to do is give this to guard minions. So we have the Old Gate Warden here, which is really handy because he just regenerates. So you give him a Daedric Dagger, and whatever attacks him is going to die. And if it doesn't completely kill him, then he's going to regenerate the next turn, on your next turn, and he can just be a real nuisance. So your opponent either has to use a lot of resources, like actions, to get rid of this card, or other minions. We also have Enchanted Plate, which is good for 2 reasons. One, it's great for guard, and also it's card draw, which is very helpful. We have 2 Fighters Guild Recruits. Again, this is probably one of our few prophecy cards, but the idea is also that it's lethal, so not only does it force people to attack it, but it'll destroy whatever attacks it, so that's great. And then we also have Finish Off. We have 3 of these, because whenever we wound a creature, we don't even have to really want to kill a creature. So you take like the lowest damage minion that you possibly have on the board, hit another minion that you really want to get rid of, and then play Finish Off. And yeah, really didn't lose anything. And your opponent's just like, oh, this is so frustrating! Old Gate Warden, we talked about that. And then Barrage, just because another guard minion is good. A Black Sap Protector, our other prophecy card, and also guard. We like to have some defenses because basically we're playing like high aggression here, sort of control. It's constantly throwing out a bunch of stuff, eliminating everything that we can. We also want to have some protection. That way we can get the most bang out of our buck for these minions like Deathly Draugr or Fighters Guild Recruit, etc. Then we have Crushing Blow to deal 3 damage, because that's always nice, 2 of those. Giant Bat, Charge and Drain, to give us some out-of-hand damage and also to help us regen some health, because I personally just like having ways to regenerate health. And then we have Hawkwing Feather. We have 1 of these, probably because I only have 1, but I love the ability. It gives something +1 attack and +3 defense, and also gets it regenerate, which can make that thing super annoying. And then we have Howscans, 1 of these, because it has a nice Last Gasp ability. Dying Wish is from Duelist, I'm sorry. Which is to deal 3 damage to your opponent and gain 3 health. Again, I like having ways to regen health. And this is also nice. Nimble Ally, we have a couple of those, because we have a lot of agility cards in our deck. So that means the chances are pretty good that when we play this card, it's going to gain +1/+1 and get lethal, so just another way to instantly eradicate anything. So basically, as you can see, with Lethal Barrage, the idea is to have so many lethal creatures out on board that your opponent literally doesn't want to attack anything, but at the same time, your opponent knows if he or she doesn't attack your minions, then he or she's just going to get utterly obliterated. So again, the idea is to be frustrating and very efficient with our cards. Then we've got Skooma Racketeer. We've got 2 of these because it's a decent minion, 2/2, but it also gives another creature lethal. We don't have enough lethal, right? Well, it's a little bit more. 2 more sources of lethal, great. Helps us take any existing creature and just automatically make it annoying. Then we have 1 Stalwart Ally. We have a decent amount of endurance cards in here. No, not endurance. What is this? Yes, it is endurance. Huh. Oh, that's willpower. That's what yellow is. Anyway. So, another way to potentially get guard. And 3/5 for 3 is not bad at all. Then we have Thievery. Again, So the idea here is to never run out of, as you can see, it's a barrage, so it's boom, 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 constantly be pressuring your opponent. Have a few ways to gain health back, and have some burst out of hand as well as on board, because the idea is that we don't want to be stuck without a board and have nothing to do. So we have these cards like Thievery, or House Kinsman, etc. And then Tree Minder, because, I mean, it's really not there for its guard, it's there to help us accelerate, especially if we're going first. This really helps us catch up to those pesky turn 2 people. Then Mammoth, it's a decent 3-drop, also has Breakthrough, very helpful. Archean Elite, again lethal, pretty good stats, can't go wrong there. Cave Grawl, this guy, because he has Regenerate, so he can do some real work for us. Then Preserver of the Root, the Synergize as well with our Tree Minder and our other 5 drops that I'll get to in a minute. But basically, as long as we have 7 mana, this guy is going to gain +2/+2 and guard. So he's going to be a 6/6 and guard for 4 mana. That is pretty fabulous. And then Territorial Viper, charge and lethal. Again, play this bad boy the second your opponent has like a 9/9 on the board, I'll kill you with a 1/1. Ha! How effective was that 9/9, you know what I'm saying? Vicious Drew, a couple of these, because what would an agility and endurance deck be without being able to target the very thing that your opponent uses to annoy you, which is support cards? Destroy them. It's really fun to destroy things like the mana elixirs, or like the ward elixir of warding. Oh, those things are annoying. So why deal with them when you can just destroy them, right? Alright, then we got Black Worm Necromancer, pretty good. And if you have more health than your opponent, which hopefully you should, because we've got lots of ways to regenerate health here, then you get to basically summon 2 creatures for the price of 1. Pretty great. Cliff Racer, again, charge, and he's really great stats, 4/4. Leaf Lurker, this is another common combo of agility decks. If a creature is wounded, you play this bad boy, boom, a free kill, and you get a 4/3 on the board. Shadowfin Priest, we have this card because there are just times whenever you have lethal on board, or you could do really awesome plays, but there's a pesky guard, or a pesky ward creature that's in your way, or even worse, a warded and guard creature. Like, oh my word, those are so frustrating. So why put up with them when you can just obliterate them? Like, ha, I see your ward and your guard and I raise you, well, shut the fuck up. So there's that. And we have Snowy Sabercat, wow. Because it has great health, pretty decent attack, and he can attack twice on the same turn. That is deadly, my friends. Soul Rest Marshal is their other 5-drop that I was talking about, Synergize as well, with our Preserver of the Root, or with our drawing mechanics, or regenerating health, that's what I mean. If you have more health, then the next card you play this turn costs 5 less. Now, this card used to be like 6 or 7 less, which was absurd. You could play this card, and if you had more health, you could play like a 7-drop for free. It was absurd. It led to like incredibly huge swings in tempo. It's amazing. Still pretty good swing in tempo, but obviously the big thing is this card doesn't get its full value without the soul rest, without the having more health than your opponent. But still, 4/4, not bad. And then Night Patrol, because he's got pretty good stats and breakthrough, so if there's a pesky guard minion, bam, punch it with this guy, that extra damage goes to your opponent. So basically what you can see we're trying to do is we're trying to get our way around the opponent's guards and also still inflict damage to our opponent even whenever the opponent has things in play that should prevent us from doing that, like guards. Then we've got Quinral Burglar, because this guy is absurd. Not only does he have Drain, which means every time he attacks we regain that much health, but every time we get to attack the opponent's face with this guy, he gains +4/+4! So that means this guy could almost single-handedly win you the game if he is not immediately dealt with. He's got 4/4, play him in the shadow and the stealth lane. I almost said the shadow lane. What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? Playing him in the stealth lane, the shadow lane. Actually, it is called the shadow lane. Then the next turn, make sure you can hit face with it. Boom, you gain 4 health back. Now this guy's an 8/8. Next turn, if he's not dealt with, boom, you regain 8 health. Now he's a 12/12. Like, this card is insane. And it either has to instantly be silenced or instantly removed, which is not easy to do, especially if you hit with it. Then Ransack, again, another prophecy card which can be really helpful, especially I had a game where I had an opponent down to 1 health, and all I needed was Ransack to win. But I unfortunately didn't draw it. But this is handy for that, for those kinds of moments whenever your opponent punches you and it's like, okay, I've got 1 turn to live or I die, and then it's like, boom, Ransack, haha, suck it, nerd! And it's just great. And then Chorus Reaper. The stats really aren't that great for the cost, but the reason why I have this card, and the reason why I have 2 of them, is because I often play a lot of opponents that like to buff their minions. And what better way to counter those kinds of decks than to just simply give a flat -1 to all stats whenever you play this guy in a lane. It's pretty nice. I like him. And plus, you know, 5 attacks, nothing to shrug off. The Gold Brand, this is a card I was looking for. This is a card I love destroying with that Drew up there. This card is great. One of the only truly support cards that we have, Vicious Drew. I love destroying this card with Vicious Drew. Obviously not my own Gold Brand, but my opponent's. This is a nice removal tool. Helps you wound a creature to set up finish off, or our Leaf Lurker, other things. And plus, it's just great. Tons of damage. Then we have Lowland Troll. He's got decent attack, amazing health, and he regenerates. What? He regenerates, so he's basically a tank. You just walk up, blah 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 blah, just start bashing things, then he regenerates health, then you just bite into your opponent and rip his face off. And it's all sorts of great stuff. And then finally, we have Volgahard. He's for 7/7. There are definitely stronger 9-drops, but the big thing for this guy is he has Drain. So that means every time we punch the opponent in the face, we're regaining 7 health from this guy. That in itself is enough to stave off lethal for several turns if this guy survives. Then you have another card on deck, like the Quinroll Burglar, and basically your opponent cannot outpace your heals with damage. So it's really great. So anyway, guys, that is my Lethal Barrage deck. I had been really consistent with it, and it's really fun. I just thought I'd let you guys see it. Let me know what you think. What sort of decks do you like to play in Elder Scrolls Legends? What is your favorite part of Elder Scrolls Legends? Thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the realm of Tamriel.